Right. You know, those serious charges await Mangione here in New York, including second-degree murder. And as Caitlin said, there's a lot of questions about that. His lawyer says he will plead not guilty when he is charged. Law enforcement has already been able to link Mangione's DNA to items found near the crime scene. So, you know, a lot of people wonder, is this a case that's open and shut for prosecutors? There's obviously a lot of evidence here. How much of it will be admissible is one question. When you take a look at what they have so far, how do you see it? We've also heard that he's got a pretty good-sized lawyer, too, now overnight.
Yeah, I would never say anything about a slam dunk case, especially in my career. Things that I believe were, you know, hey, why is this even going to trial? And then you never know what is in the mind of the jury. So with regards to the evidence, at least that what NYPD is putting out, the fact that they have matches, I imagine through NIBIN, with regards to the cartridges recovered, the bullet recovered to the weapon that was on his person is amazing. The fact that you have video of him in different spots of the city discarding trash, and of course that which is recovered near the crime scene by way of fingerprint and DNA, at least in this early juncture, matching him. These are just fantastic pieces of evidence, not to, and then the writings. Ultimately, this notebook or whatever it is that's found near him, they're going to have to match that to him, minus a confession and him saying, yeah, I wrote that. Is it possible? The law enforcement can't just say it's his. So they're going to have to do probably handwriting analysis, et cetera. And all that, though, is playing into including the motive leading up to that Luigi Mangione is the person they have in custody, is the person responsible for the murder.
Yeah, Scott, I wanted to ask you, with your experience, you know, this whole bit about the extradition process. He's being held in a Pennsylvania prison right now. Of course, New York authorities want him here to get him charged. They want him in custody in the state where it happened. What can you tell us about the extradition process? Because the DA, Alvin Bragg, here in Manhattan, said yesterday, when all we've been hearing is that he's fighting extradition. But we heard from Bragg, it sounds like he thinks that he's going to waive it, that he might just go ahead and come here. What does that process look like, if you can quickly tell us how this works?
Sure. In my career, Laura, I've only had one individual that fought extradition. So what did I have to do? I, as the lead investigator of the case, it was getting somebody from Texas to Wilmington, Delaware. I had to go to Texas in almost like a mini trial to show that the person in custody in Texas is the individual that I want to stand charges in Delaware. So very similar to that. Luigi Mangione has the full right to fight extradition. He can make New York prove not only that it's Luigi Mangione, but that there's evidence to support going forward with the trial. And they could do all that in Pennsylvania. It is another step. It is drawing it out. But I would imagine, as lawyers are talking behind the scenes, that it is the inevitable, and delaying the inevitable is not going to fare well for Luigi Mangione. So getting him back to New York to stand trial and to fight those charges is the best, in my opinion.
All right. Retired FBI Special Agent Scott Duffey, we want to thank you for joining us today with your perspective. We'll check back in with you on this subject.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.